Hi everyone. So now we are discussing about another design pattern is a adopter design pattern. Is a adopter design pattern in Java. So what is this adopter design pattern and where we are using this one? So normally adopter means what? What is the use of adopter? Is used to connect two incompatible things. Incompatible things. If you want to connect two incompatible things, we use what? Adopter. We use adopter. That is, here it is now. Same one only. The adopter design pattern or the adopter pattern is used to connect two incompatible classes. Incompatible classes. For example, just it is working like a converter. Adopter, simply to say, is a converter. Even though their methods are completely different. Okay. For example, just general example we are using. Just general example. Real-time scenario. Real-time scenario we'll see. So what is that? Suppose you are using a mobile. This mobile charging. To charge this mobile, the charger needs only 5 volts power supply. But is actually your original power supply is from the home gives is a normally what? 240 volts. So then what we need to do? First point is what? You cannot change mobile as well as you cannot change power supply. Power supply volts. Power supply source. So what we need to use? You need to use a charger adapter between mobile and the power supply source. Power supply source. For that, we are using simply adapter. Simply adapter. So what are the things? What are the things we need to use all these? Here, simply, what are the things we must use? Okay, in adapter pattern. For example, normally we use one class is called power socket. Is a power socket. It is an old one. This is actually called adoptee. Adoptee. It is only incompatible type. Incompatible type. Next one is your client is what? Mobile phone. Mobile phone is your client. Okay, because wants only 5 volts. Only 5 volts. Then we use a charger adapter. We use a charger adapter. We use adapter class. I mean, it's an interface. This is called target interface. And finally, that mobile charger adapter. It's a class. This is only called adapter. Simply to say that bridge between. Okay. Inside that adapter pattern, what are the roles? Something which is incompatible is called adoptee. Exactly what you want is called client. And we need to create one interface, target interface, and then we fill with the bridge. by implementing this one. All these things we need to define. All these things. The most easiest way of writing the one. Okay. First, normally, so what is the power socket type? Sir, my power socket is always returns voltage like a get voltage. It always return 240 volts, sir. Is 240. Just simply I'm writing integer return type. Integer return type. This is the socket. But for our client, what is the problem? Suppose if I'm using my mobile phone, whenever you charge, you need to pass the voltage as an input. Imagine suppose if voltage is equals to 5 is happy. Just giving the message is a safe charging. Is a safe charging is going on. Okay. If not, just giving the message. Just giving the message is just like a wrong voltage. Wrong voltage. That voltage also, if you want to give wrong charging with a wrong voltage, simply we are providing. So what is that? How much is that voltage we are? So we need to convert actually. We need to convert. What we need to create? First, that adapter we need to create. The target interface. Charger adapter. Charger adapter. Because different adapters again conversion into different volts na. That's why. Get old. Get how much old now? For this only 5 volt is enough. 5 volt. That is. Now what your charger adapter has to do? Class is a mobile charger adapter, which is implementing from what? Is a charger adapter. Is a charger adapter. But first it is taking input what? What it is taking? That power socket has to take as an input. How much voltage it has to collect. Okay. So for that, we are using that power socket. Just a socket equal to socket with has a public mobile charger adapter is taking that power socket. Is taking power socket. This dot socket equal to socket. Why? Because based on that socket you are specifying, it will convert. How to convert? Whatever the power socket, either it is a 240, is a 250, is a 220, is a 210, whatever it is, it will convert. It is overriding to which type? Get 5 volt type. Get 5 volt is an overriding method. Na? Just if you want to specify, you can specify that you are overriding that. So what is the socket voltage? Socket dot get voltage. How much voltage it is? That is collecting and it is converting. Na? Just giving one small example. System dot out dot println. Just converting. Of course, we are not converting here. Converting that 240 volt, 240 volt, 240. Just volt into just 5 volt. Just a message. Just a message. So is returning that simplified. Simply 5. So what is the return type? Integer. Just what mobile charger adapter will do, it will take the power socket, nothing but input. From the power socket, it is collecting that how much voltage it is returning. Power socket is returning 240 volts. So just giving that message is converting either 240 or it is giving 210 or it is a 250. It depends on phase. Just giving that small message to 5 volts and it is returning 5. Is returning 5. That is the responsibility of that mobile adapter. Simply, how can we call all these things? Just with the small example like a power socket. Power socket, like socket is equals to new power socket. I'm directly creating that object. Directly creating. So what we have to do? Now we need to pass that charger adapter class. Charger adapter. I'm giving that adapter equal to new mobile charger adapter. And what we need to pass? That socket as an input we need to pass. Mobile charger adapter object we are creating. Passing that socket which is returning voltage 240 volts. We are passing that socket. It will store. Once that socket is ready, once that power socket is ready, and as well as that charger adapter is also ready, what we are doing that mobile phone object we are creating, new mobile phone, and we are just using that. For mobile, we need to charge na? For that voltage we need to pass. But how to call that charge? We need to get only mobile voltage. Just mobile voltage only we need to pass. How? We need to call adapter dot get how much? Only 5 voltage we need to get. Only 5 voltage. So then to the phone, we need to charge. We need to charge. Pass only mobile voltage. 5 watts only. Easy. When you run it, you can see that converting 240 volts into 5. So then it is a safe charging. That it is a safe charging. That is the way. See, so one thing, there is no common method. There is no common method. Is get 5 volt. Is get voltage. And this is charge. Okay. So adapter, what is adapter class means what? That is just working like a converter between two incompatible classes. For that, we are using adapter class that is called adapter design pattern. Hope you understood.